All right, let's talk about something that I think gives a lot of us a headache: writing an academic essay. It can feel, well, super intimidating, right? But what if I told you there's a simple recipe, a secret formula almost, that helps you nail it every single time? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. You know the feeling. Oh, I know you do. You've got your topic, you've got your notes, and you're just staring at that blinking cursor on that big, empty white page. And your brain is just screaming, where do I even begin? It's the absolute worst, and pretty much everyone goes through it. Well, what if we turned that blank page into a hamburger? Yeah, you heard me right. A hamburger. It sounds a little silly, but I promise this is the secret to unlocking a perfectly structured essay. We're going to take that scary blank page and turn it into something we all understand, something that's built just right. Okay, so before we start building this amazing essay hamburger, let's just make sure we're on the same page. What even is a short academic essay, technically? Basically, think of it as a formal piece of writing. The bare minimum is 4 paragraphs. You've got your introduction, you've got your conclusion, and at least 2 body paragraphs sandwiched in the middle. The 2 most important words to remember are clear and objective. This isn't your personal blog or diary, it's a structured, logical argument about a topic. And that's where our secret weapon comes into play, the hamburger method. It's such a simple, visual way to think about that structure, and it makes it almost impossible to forget a piece. It guarantees your essay is going to be organized and complete. Seriously, check this out. It's just 3 steps. You've got the top bun, that's your introduction. Then you have all the good stuff, the filling. Those are your body paragraphs. And you wrap it all up with the bottom bun, the conclusion. It holds everything together. So let's start building this thing. All right, first things first, the top bun, our introduction. Now, a good intro does 2 really important jobs. It doesn't just, start the essay. It has to hook the reader right away and give them a clear map of where you're about to take them. And that all begins with what's called the hook. It's literally your first sentence. This can be a really surprising statistic, a big question, something like, what if Shakespeare never wrote his own plays? Whatever it is, its one and only job is to make the reader lean in and go, okay, tell me more. So once you've got their attention, you just need a little bit of background information. We're talking 1 or 2 sentences max. It's just enough context so your main idea makes sense. And then we get to the thesis statement. This right here is the most important sentence in your entire essay. I'm not exaggerating. It's not just a statement of fact. It's your argument. It's a claim that you are going to spend the rest of the essay proving. Think of it as the engine for the whole paper. It's the answer to the big question, so what's this whole thing about? Okay, top bun is looking good. Now for my favorite part, the filling, the body paragraphs. This is where the magic happens. It's where you actually prove the big claim you made in your thesis. This is the real substance of your essay. And this is why the hamburger analogy is just so perfect. The thesis statement, that's the main idea of the entire hamburger. But then each part of the filling, the patty, the cheese, the lettuce, each one is its own point. Each one is a topic sentence for a single paragraph. And, crucially, they all have to work together to support that main thesis. So here's the recipe for a perfect body paragraph. You always start with your topic sentence. That's the paragraph's main point. Then you just load it up with supporting ideas. This is your evidence, right? We're talking facts, examples, data, quotes, all the details that make your point strong and convincing. So we've got our top bun, we've got our delicious filling. All that's left is to put the bottom bun on to hold it all together. And that's your conclusion. Its whole purpose is to wrap everything up and give your reader a really satisfying finish. A strong conclusion really only has 2 jobs. It's that simple. First, you're going to restate your thesis. Now, don't just copy and paste it from the introduction. Say it again, but in a new way, to kind of show, hey, remember that thing I said I'd prove? Well, I just did. And second, you leave the reader with one last thing to think about, maybe a prediction or a recommendation. And here's the golden rule, the most important part. Absolutely no new information in the conclusion. Don't do it. Our hamburger is built. It looks fantastic. But before we serve it, we need to talk about the seasoning, the final touches. The language and the tone you use are so important in academic writing. It's not just about what your ideas are, it's about how you present them. Think of this as your quick little cheat sheet. On the do list, use a formal, objective tone. Stick to proper English. Use those nice transition words like furthermore or consequently to make it all flow smoothly. On the avoid list, contractions like don't or can't are out. Also, try to avoid using I think or we believe. It sounds stronger without them. And it goes without saying, but please proofread for typos. And there you have it. It's complete. You didn't just write an essay. You built a perfect hamburger. Every single piece has its own job, and when they all come together, you get something that's sturdy, satisfying, and honestly, pretty impressive. So let's run through that recipe one last time. Top bun is the introduction. You need a hook, some background, and that crucial thesis statement. The filling is your body paragraphs, each one with a topic sentence and tons of supporting evidence. And the bottom bun is the conclusion. Restate your thesis in a new way and leave them with a final thought. So, that blank page? It's not so scary now, is it? You've got the recipe. You've got the blueprint. You know exactly how to build a great essay from the ground up. The only question is, what amazing ideas are you going to serve? Now go on, get to it.